Hey, everybody, welcome into the Upbeat. I'm with Dorothy Waters, and she is somebody who I like to think of as one of these seven inspire people, a very upbeat person, because while she has battled her own battles with cancer, she also has friends who are doing so. And Dorothy, you've decided to do something kind of cool just to honor them and to kind of make a statement. So, talk a little bit about what you're up to.
Yes. Well, I am a school teacher at a middle school, and when we were out for the summer, well, rewind back. After my breast cancer, I remember my doctor telling me that I needed to get moving and get going. So I
Hmm.
started walking, and that was about 15 years ago. And then I kind of fell off a little bit. But last year I started back walking 5 miles. And then this year we let out for the summer. I said, well, let me keep this going. So I did a challenge to myself to do 100 miles for my birthday, which was in June. And I did that 100 miles. And
Wow.
I said, well, good job. Let me do another 100 miles before we get back to school in August. So I did another 100 miles in August. So I really did good with that. And I said, well, now I notice I'm not moving. So let me challenge myself to another 100 miles. But this time, I know Breast Cancer Awareness Month is coming up. And so I wanted to do this 100 miles in honor of, and I'm going to name their names because they don't mind, Miss Valerie Whiteside, Sabrina Sitton, Cheryl Roach Pickens, Angela Scarborough Angeli, and Katrina Murphy. So these are
Oh.
some of that are battling breast cancer right now,
Oh, we
going
all
through
know people. We all know
radiation.
people.
Yeah. So I'm doing this 100-mile walk
That's
in the
amazing.
honor of them and anybody else that has lost their battle with cancer, like my mom and my sister and
Right.
many others I know.
Yeah, well, I
So that,
lost my mom to the battle as well. And that's why it's so important, I feel like, when people are surviving, that you celebrate them and you cheer them on and do everything you can. And the way you're doing it is kind of cool because you've just made it's not like you're doing some big thing for attention. It's just a way we can personally do things you don't think about. You don't necessarily have to go on the big walk. You can do this 100-mile challenge to yourself. How are you actually doing it? Because a lot of us need to get up and move. How are you actually getting 100 miles in? Like, what does that look like?
okay. So when I was out of school for the summer, I would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I would walk the Greer City Park. I would do that in Uptown Greer every morning. And it took just under an hour and 50
Okay.
minutes to do 5 miles. So now that I'm back at school, I use my break to do 1 mile on my break, and then I do the other 4 miles when I get home back at the Greer City Hall Park.
So you
So
get it
that,
in one way or another. You find a
yes,
way.
and so I try to encourage everyone else at work, and there are some that can that's not grading papers or whatever, and we all try to get exercise in as
Good for
well.
you. So what do your friends say? I mean, when they hear that you're doing this in their honor, I mean, I know that has to mean a lot to them.
They absolutely love it. I have so many. Um, I have so many friends that goes on my page, and they really, really encourage me. And the friends that I am honoring, and they just can't believe it, and
Yeah.
they just absolutely love it because they need all the encouragement right now that they can get.
Well, I love that you're sitting here walking with us live, but I also love that I have this great picture of you out there, hitting the trails and getting those steps in. And I'm
Yes.
assuming you count on your friends who you're doing this in honor of to hold you accountable too and be like, hey, you doing your walking?
Oh, believe me, I'm holding myself accountable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah. So like it
I appreciate
started
you
to
sharing
rain
this with
yesterday.
people because I really think that this can motivate people to find a way to do something, you know? There are so many ways, and this is very creative of you to do this.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just thankful that God put something in my heart and in my spirit at this time to be able to honor everyone that's going through this, because this disease has really, um, it's got to be knocked out the park. We
Yeah.
got to get rid of it.
Yeah,
Too
I
many of our
agree.
moms, grandmothers, all our loved ones, the women, and some men. It's just affecting too many of us. So we have to knock it out the park.
Absolutely. Well, you keep walking and keep honoring those who are surviving and fighting the good fight. We appreciate you. Dorothy, have a good day, okay?
All right. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right. Have a good one.
Here. Bye bye.